By its very nature, the ocean is fascinating. However, numerous strange things and even towns have been discovered in its depths. Scuba divers and surface dwellers alike have been enthralled by the coolest underwater discoveries. To begin with, the mystery surrounding these once-in-a-lifetime treasures may be what draws people to them. Second, questions regarding these unusual artifacts will likely arise, such as how long they have been submerged, how did they arrive, what happened to them. Furthermore, understanding how easily these incredible findings may have been overlooked adds to their intrigue. Scuba divers have made many fascinating underwater discoveries for whatever cause. Divers often spot unique artifacts and treasures that have been forgotten in the sea because their eyes are trained to look for specific forms and patterns. In this video, we'll be discussing about 5 of the coolest underwater discoveries. A Crusader Sword. While diving along his local beach off Israel's Carmel coast, a scuba diver discovered a great 900-year-old iron sword that historians suspect belonged to a Crusader knight. Shlomi Katzin uncovered a variety of antiques from the Crusades period, 1095 to 1291, including stone and metal anchors, ceramic fragments, and a shellfish-encrusted sword, which he took ashore and handed over to the Israeli Antiques Authority, the IAA. Underwater currents are supposed to have moved the sands around the 1,000 square foot region where the artifacts were identified. The sword, which measures 1 meter in length and has a 30-centimeter hilt, was discovered caked in decades of sand, shells, and other aquatic debris, making it exceptionally well preserved. Militant European missionaries traveled to the Middle East from the 11th to the 13th centuries to convert Muslim countries to Christianity by force. The Crusades were a series of wars fought over the possession of the Holy Land. The finding has piqued archaeologists' interest because this part of the Carmel coast near Haifa is highly sheltered and has served as a secure port for many ships throughout the years, from the Crusades to the present. A lost city. There is no limit to the number of archaeological wonders in Israel. There is something new to uncover almost everywhere you look. However, beyond the surface of the water, a whole world has been overwhelmed by nature. It quietly exists along the visible landsides, waiting to tell us the narrative of prehistoric Israel. Israel's coasts are filled with buried structures and sunken villages that have been lost underwater for thousands of years, hidden by increasing sea levels. You'll find a domain beneath the waters where plants and animals were domesticated, and the transition from hunting and gathering to farming was made. For example, the ruins of a Neolithic fishing town along Haifa's coast were flooded 9,000 years ago by rising water levels. The 40,000 square meter location is located roughly 200 to 400 meters offshore in Atlet's North Bay, at 8 to 10 meters below present sea level. Atlet Yam is a submerged prehistoric settlement that is one of the best preserved in the world. It was identified and investigated during the 1980s and 1990s, with excavations and surveys taking place between 1985 and 2000. The richness of material culture has been discovered, providing insight into how people coped with a rapidly changing world and the introduction of new technologies. The occupants of this pre-pottery Neolithic community were compelled to abandon the settlement and relocate several times due to rising sea levels. As a result, the first known man-made freshwater wells were unearthed in this area. 7 megaliths are positioned around a freshwater spring in the settlement center in a semicircle. The locals ate what is now known as a classic Mediterranean diet. The village's livelihood was built on a mixed agriculture and animal husbandry economy, with hunting, gathering, and fishing thrown in for good measure. Shipwrecks and Treasures. A gold coin worth roughly $98,000 was recently discovered on the same wreck by the son of treasure hunters who assisted in locating a wreck worth $400 million in the 1980s. On the wreck of the Nuestra Señora de Atocha, Zach Moore, a swimmer and engineer for Mel Fisher's Treasures, discovered the rare coin in roughly 30 feet of ocean. In 1622, a storm sank the ship approximately 35 miles off the coast of Key West. Moore was scuba diving the wreck with an underwater metal detector when it alerted him to a silver coin in his way. After recovering that coin, which he describes as ecstatic, he noticed something even more thrilling: gold about 3 feet away. A tiny hole in the bedrock was jammed with the coin. "There's this beautiful gold coin with a cross on it staring right back at me," Moore says. Picture like an angelic choir with sunbeams shining down kind of feeling. It was a little glint and a splash of this yellow gold. Moore proudly displayed his prize to his fellow divers, who greeted him with hugs and high fives before returning to their hunting. Moore's find brings the total number of coins discovered on the Spanish galleon to 121. Fisher had been searching for the wreck for almost 16 years, and his divers had found over $400 million in gold, silver, emeralds, and other valuables. Scuba diving for gold runs in the blood, Moore says. I've just got to get back out there so I can find more. A mammoth discovery. While diving in a nearby river, 2 Florida scuba divers uncovered a massive 4-foot 50-pound bone that could date back to the Ice Age. Derek Demeter and Henry Sadler discovered the bone trapped in the sand near the Peace River's bottom. Henry posted the photo to Instagram, describing it as a once-in-a-lifetime find. His fans quickly filled the comment section. The 2 divers discovered a saber-toothed tiger's tooth on the same excursion. Mammoths were the elephant's substantial fuzzy forebears who first arrived in North America over 1 million years ago. They died out around 11,000 years ago. The Columbian mammoth was the biggest of its type, standing around 14 feet tall. The tusks of these mammoths could easily span the breadth of 2 bicycles set end to end, and they weighed nearly 5 vehicles stacked on top of each other. This isn't the first time a mammoth fossil has been uncovered in recent years. 2 divers discovered 2 Columbian mammoth tusks while diving in the Gulf of Mexico off the coast of Venice in December. When it comes to citizens of Florida of late, they have been witness to a few peculiar situations. A cyclist had a close encounter with 2 alligators a few days ago. Brenda Stelzer recorded this scene while biking along the Bird Rookery Swamp Sanctuary's nature route in Naples. Alligators in the video jump into the nearby stream to get out of her way, barely in time. Another occurrence involved sighting an all-white baby dolphin, which is highly rare. 3 dolphins, 1 adult and 2 calves, may be seen swimming in the waters of the coast of Florida. One of the 3 dolphins exhibited an unusual coloration, with some speculated was due to albinism, a complete absence of pigmentation that affects roughly 1 in every 10,000 mammals. A Charter Throwback. Cartoon best mates come to life in real life. So when marine biologists discovered SpongeBob SquarePants and Patrick Star at the bottom of the sea, they were sitting side by side. The squarish yellow sponge and 5-pointed pink sea star were found on July 27th at a depth of 6,184 feet at the Retriever Seamount off the coast of New England by researchers using a remotely operated vehicle. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration (NOAA) researchers were on board the ship Okeanos Explorer, studying the seamount as part of the Atlantic Stepping Stones project. During a Facebook livestream, NOAA posted photos of the unusual couple. When Christopher Marr, a marine scientist and expert on sea stars at the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History, saw the photographs, he instantly recognized the cartoon characters from Nickelodeon. The official SpongeBob SquarePants Instagram account got in on the action, posting a photo of the real-life critters beside their cartoon counterparts. He went on to say that the specific species is unknown and that they could be entirely new to science. Scientists are particularly intrigued by the image because bright yellow sponges are uncommon at this depth. According to Smithsonian Magazine, most deep-sea sponges are white or other neutral colors, which helps them blend in with their surroundings. Unfortunately, the similarities to cartoon characters are only superficial, since the 2 species are far from friends in real life. An animator and marine scientist, Steven Hillenburg, created SpongeBob SquarePants to help children learn about aquatic life. The television show premiered in 1999 and continues to air now. Please leave a like and subscribe to our channel if you enjoyed the video. Also, if you want to get updated about our newest videos, click the notification bell to never miss one. Stay tuned to this channel till the next video, and until then,